I have to say that I'm quite a stranger to TikTok. I have like 80,000 followers there, but I don't update that much because I don't make that many vertical videos. But the latest trend, the last trend that I remember was the Tide Pod challenge. It was people just eating Tide Pods. Yeah, the tiny, detergent pellets that go in the washing machine. They were eating those. But right now, the latest trend is chugging down Tylenol, just because Trump said that. Well, it seems not Trump saying it, but the gold standard of science right now in the United States. Many studies are linking Tylenol or acetaminophen during pregnancy with the risk of autism in children. So let's try to break this down because, well, this is really groundbreaking. POTUS announces that the FDA will be notifying physicians that the use of acetaminophen, also known as Tylenol, during pregnancy can be associated with an increased risk of autism. They are strongly recommending that women limit Tylenol use during pregnancy unless medically necessary. And this is not Trump saying it. This is supported by gold standard science. This is from Johns Hopkins University, from Harvard, Mount Sinai, Columbia. There are many studies already proving that, yeah, well, this is something that you have to be wary about. And as Cameron says, the trust this science crowd is really upset today. Rather than taking notice, they are chugging bottles of Tylenol on TikTok. Yeah, that's an actual stuff. As George Alexopoulos says, I now understand the message of Handmaid's Tale. I'm gonna play this with that sound. Here is me, a pregnant woman, taking Tylenol because I believe in science and not someone who has no medical background. Okay, yeah, Trump has no medical background, but he's just trying to, do something about the actual science out there. All right, and well, there's no shortage of people doing that on TikTok. Although you can say from the physiognomy, they absolutely fit, the type, right? They absolutely fit the type. Let's do this. Let's attack Trump in some way. Me popping Tylenol while pregnant because WTF is the government gonna do about it? Nothing. And some people are saying, I understand the outrage of some people saying that, oh, right, so you're saying that physicians were recommending Tylenol and acetaminophen without knowing if this could have side effects on babies and children. Oh, that is Big Pharma. And now Big Pharma is giving you the solution because it seems that there's a promising drug has been had like at least 1/3 or 2/5 of success, in which is basically folic acid. This is not medical advice. I'm just paraphrasing what I read. Being given to autistic children, and they are responding very well, and some of them have no autism at all after the treatment. So yeah, they are actually being able to reverse autism. We are seeing some crazy groundbreaking stuff right now that would be an awesome thing. And also, of course, there's there's people that say that autism is not an illness that shouldn't have to be cured or something. Not gonna say any word about that. I have some thoughts about that, but I'm not going to elaborate on that topic precisely. Well, yes, they are doing this. Let me do this and brag about it on TikTok. Now I'm taking Tylenol after Trump's big announcement. Oh my God. Oh my God. What can we do about this, people? My voice hasn't recovered yet. What can we do about this, people? I don't know. This is so crazy. Oh, and trippy, right? The dopamine hit. That was quite a dopamine hit. We have more examples in here. I have a list of things I would be worried about if I were pregnant now in the USA, but taking Tylenol for my fever wouldn't be one of them. All right. So again, this is the problem. This is Trump derangement syndrome on steroids. Is like Trump is speaking on behalf of the exact same people. I can understand, right? Because Trump has also said that Operation Warp Speed was one of the greatest successes of the United States of America. And there's a lot of conflicting opinions about that, okay? We can discuss it all that we want. We have discussed about bullets way too much already. We can discuss about other things. And again, people are skeptic of everything, are skeptic because Trump says it, are skeptic because this comes from Big Pharma, are skeptic because, naturally, so many of those, of so much research, so much medical and scientific research has been rendered invalid because it cannot be reproduced. And there are conflicts of interests all the time in all those research. So what can you do? It's again, as I'm telling you, you can go really crazy if you don't have some kind of footing. I cannot give you a direct advice. I'm just here to entertain you for 12 minutes and tell you that people are just doing the exact opposite that Trump is suggesting on because of this new research. Also, they want Tylenol challenge. Now there's a challenge. Maybe chugging a whole bottle of Tylenol every day. I don't know what it is about. I don't advise it. I do not condone this. I just think it's fun to watch when people are so entrenched in hating one guy. That one guy could say that, I don't know, apples are good for you, and people are gonna be throwing apples in the trash or something like that. Taking Tylenol while pregnant. This is a video I don't want to watch, but there's also dudes Tylenol PM challenge. All right, good for you, I guess. Also, Tylenol is safe during pregnancy. It does not cause autism. This is just a blatant what? A blatant. It's like Shakespeare making them worse. A blatant lie and attack on women. Of course, yeah, and the nose ring checks out. Nose ring checks out. And oh my God, this is again, this is the problem. This is the problem. This is one of the things that it makes me so mad when you try to find like an answer. And again, I can understand that you could be mad at Big Pharma. I have been mad at Big Pharma for a long time, but at the same time, it is undeniable. I have a personal experience in the sense that let's say maybe someday I will elaborate on this. Some vaccines, not the COVID vaccine, which is not really a vaccine. They call it a vaccine just so normies could understand. But I can tell from that some vaccines are actually good. So that is, as long as, of course, you do your homework. It's important. I think that people trust their physicians just blindly because they don't know better. But I invite you. There's the internet out there. You can do your own research and find out what does this or such and such drug do. How does it affect you? What are the risks if there is research out there? I mean, there's a lot of information out there, and I understand it can be overwhelming. And there's also a lot of misleading stuff out there. And you want to, that's something that every single human being, I would like to do that. Just outsource the responsibility to a physician or a pediatrician or a neonatologist or your obgyn. I don't know. You want to do that. But ultimately, the responsibility of the health of your baby and your kids is yours. It's ours. It's not the pediatricians. It's not the physician. It's not big pharma. It's ours. We are the ones responsible. So we should do the due diligence about this. And regardless if you like or not like Trump, regardless if you like or not like big pharma, if you have bad or good experience with, because let's be honest, there's a lot of drugs out there that have been a miracle and a godsend for many people. That is undeniable. Denying that it would be nonsensical. But again, it takes a lot of dedication to be able to find the truth. And ultimately, when you make a decision, the idea is that you make an informed decision. I think that sometimes we have to say one doesn't have the best experience with some physicians. You don't trust them. You don't trust your gut. You are they tell you one thing, but I don't know, maybe you will ask for a second opinion. That happens. That's what we do here in the Body Language Guide. Try to read people, try to trust our gut, try to trust our intuition in those moments so you can make the better decisions. But ultimately, again, I cannot stress this enough. The responsibility lies in you and nobody else. And that's something that can be terrifying. I understand that. It can be literally terrifying, but it is how it is. I wanted to show you just something here. Remind you that in my Power Pundit channel, I have a very funny video about Kamala Harris. Check it in the link in the description. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Body Language Guy. Much love and bliss.